Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and I coach people and organizations to play big. So the question for today is, how do you upgrade your resume to improve your job search? Now, I'll simply say that so many people focus on cosmetics to the detriment of content. I want to make sure that we cover the cosmetics here as well. Number one, a reasonable font size. You have to remember that a lot of people who are going to be reading your resume are older than you are if you're in your 20s. You can't go to an 8-point font. Work with at least 12. Use bullet points, but don't overuse bullet points. Fonts, I happen to like Calibri, but Georgia works well. Helvetica works well. Think in terms of an attractive font in that size. Don't overuse bolding. You can pick bolding at particular times, but don't use it, so overwhelmingly in the context of throughout your resume. If you're applying for a job that requires a particular skill or skill set, that's where you bold it, as well as the names of organizations and your titles. In terms of the header of the resume, don't embed it. Have your name there, your city, state, and zip code. Include phone numbers where you are reachable. And yes, make sure that you check those phone numbers for messages. Respond to all of them. From there, when you're talking about role and responsibilities and accomplishments, make sure that you include metrics in your resumes in terms of dollars saved, dollars earned. Now, if that's not viable, you might compare yourself to others and talk about, handle 13% more fill in the blank than the average. That gives people a perspective that you're above average. And you think in the language of business, which is numbers. Make sure your resume and LinkedIn profile are congruent. And of course, customize your resume to each individual position. Now, I want you to understand, no one looks at a resume as a document anymore. They're not printing out your resume and reading it intently. They're taking 6 seconds tops. 2 page downs. So page down is you hit the page down button on your screen. 2 is the tops. And if you get too far back in your history, then they're only going 1. So no one really cares what you did in 1980, if that's what 2 page downs is. They care about things that you've done more recently. Those have to be strengthened and powerful and demonstrate your fit for the position involved, and you need to do it quickly. If you don't, no one's ever going to find it later on in your resume to determine that you've done that kind of work, because the experience is considered too old. So those are a couple of basic steps to improve your resume and to make sure that it gets a hiring firm's attention. Last point, and I want to repeat something, customize it with the position description that you're applying for to ensure that you hit all the points, and make sure your LinkedIn profile is congruent with that customization. Have a great day.